All right, hi again, everyone. I have a new project for today. We are going to make a bookmark. So I'm sure a lot of you or your children are at home reading, maybe not everyone on a electronic device, the actual handheld book. So we're gonna make a bookmark. You could even use it for a cookbook if you'd like to. So we're trying to be mindful and find things that are around the house because we probably can't get to a craft store right now. So really the only thing that you need would be glue, and everything else will be recycled items. So look around your house, see if you have any cardboard boxes like I have here. A lot of you probably need to free up some freezer space. Maybe you could take those waffles out of the bag and take that box. Or maybe you have a piece of cardboard at home to make a base. And you're gonna start by opening up your box or taking a piece of cardboard. Maybe you don't have those things, a piece of oak tag would work. And make a rectangle. You could use a ruler. You don't have to though. You could freehand draw it. Maybe you don't want it to be a straight line. Maybe your ruler can have a curve to it, that's fine. And you're going to make the base for your bookmark. So I've taken a box and I have made mine. So I have my rectangle. This is the size that I want to use for my project. And then I want you to pick a word. So maybe if you're doing this project with a young child, maybe they want to use the word read. If you are doing it for yourself, pick a word that's meaningful for you, maybe peace. I've chosen the word namaste. I feel like that's a appropriate word for the moment. So once you've chosen your word, you are going to go back to boxes. You could use magazines if you want, newspaper articles, and you can go through and I want you to cut out the letters that make up your word. So I've gone and done that, and as you do it, be careful because maybe later you're going to want to use one of those other letters that are surrounding what you're cutting out. So I've gone ahead and I've cut out the word namaste. So I have all my letters pre-cut here, and I'm just going to space it out before I adhere it to my base. And it doesn't have to be centered, it can be off-centered. You know what, I'm gonna do mine off-centered because maybe I'm gonna want to add a little picture in there too. So once you have your word, then you're going to adhere it. So if you have Elmer's glue, that works great. I have an archival type of glue for my professional projects. And I just put a little bit of glue on and I spread it out to the edges. And then I press it down nice and firmly. I always tell my students, make sure, sometimes you think you're stating the obvious, but you know, make sure that you are not taking the finger that has the glue on it to press down. But then again, this is just for fun, so if it gets messy, that's fine. And the really nice thing about this is that, again, this is a nice art project, but in no way do you need to be an artist to do this. Anyone can do this and have great results. And you can get as detailed with this as you want, or keep it as simple as you want too. It's up to you. So maybe there are some little pictures you want to cut out from a magazine to add to this. Maybe you have more letters that you want to add. Maybe you don't want just a word, maybe you want a sentence. I found this little strawberry guy. I thought he was kind of cute and just makes me smile, and that's what we need right now, right? To smile. So I'm gonna cut him out too. Let me see if I can make him fit. I'm gonna cut around that. He's a little big. That's okay. I'm gonna cut his feet off a little bit. He can go off the page. So I'm gonna add him on too. And then you're going to notice that you have a lot of space left in the background. So we're going to fill that space in. So that's what I have so far. Everything nice and flat. We don't want it to pop up, so I want to just make sure that everything really is nice and smooth. So then what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to take background colors of different boxes or again magazines, and I'm just going to begin to cut different shapes out. And I'm going to fill in the background pieces. So all around these letters, I start to adhere different shapes. Maybe you can talk about the shapes you're cutting out with your children if you're working with younger children, and you can incorporate a shape lesson into it. And I like this also because it almost feels like I'm doing a puzzle, trying to get all these pieces together, which I love puzzles. Who doesn't love a good puzzle? So I'm not going to finish the whole thing in front of you. I want to give you the opportunity to be your creative self and go forward with this, filling in all the space around your bookmark, and just having fun with it. There's no wrong way to do this. Everyone's going to have a nice piece when they're done. Just make sure that you let it dry before you put it inside your book, because I'm sure a little bit of glue will ooze out somewhere and you don't want to ruin your book. So that's all for today. I hope everyone has a mindful day and think about the things that you are grateful for. Be kind to your families, especially being inside together, and please stay healthy.